hear me out, please? What did that phone call mean?
Where is it? Where's the rest?
What?
The money, Skylar. Where is the rest?
Skylar does a micro-expression with her eyes and head. This is also a pacifying behaviour, and one could say a distancing behaviour. She is clearly under significant emotional stress, and when we're in high pressure situations, our limbic system, which is the part of the brain that deals with emotional stress, causes us to exhibit certain behaviours, as to help calm the body down. These are called pacifying behaviours. Micro-expressions are small cracks in our behaviour that reveal our true thoughts and feelings, and as a result they're only shown briefly. These micro-expressions are so short because the conscious mind tries to suppress them, as they leak our true thoughts and feelings. This means that they are vital in detecting things like liars, as they are so hard to control, as they happen so incredibly fast. Skylar tries to appear calm, but she gives off these micro-expressions of total panic. So basically that's how she's feeling in reality.
Skylar, where is the money?
I gave it to Ted.
What? You did what?
Walt, I had to. For us, for the family. I swear. Walt.
You gave our money to Panic.
Skylar then does a distancing behaviour with her eyes. She closes them as to put distance between herself and the stressor, which in this case is Walt. These behaviours include diverting eye contact, leaning backwards, closing eyes, and many other cues. These all show us that the person is very uncomfortable and is afraid of dealing with the stressor. She's trying to look at Walt, but when she says she gave the money to Ted, her subconscious makes her close her eyes as to avoid witnessing Walt's reaction. If you see this behaviour in the real world, it shows that they feel submissive to the person they are talking to, as they are afraid of their reaction.
Walt, please, please just hear me out, please.
Skylar's proxemics change here as she leans into Walt. Proxemics is basically the distance between people when they're in communication, and can tell us a lot about how people see each other. When Walt screams and breaks down, Skylar leans in and closes the distance with him. In this moment, she isn't afraid of him, as she was when she did the distancing behaviour. She is now worried for Walt. She cares about him, and the fact that she can put herself closer to the stressor, which in this case is Walt, shows that her main concern is for Walt. Skylar's pitch changes when she says Walt. Her voice gets lighter and higher pitched, which shows that she is again experiencing significant emotional stress. Our voice gets like this as a way for us to avoid breaking down and crying. Her voice sounds so strange as she is trying to maintain composure. Walt is exhibiting emotional dysregulation. This is a super interesting behaviour and occurs when our response or reaction is totally out of match with the current situation. This can be caused by childhood trauma, child neglect, or traumatic brain injury, or just an incredibly stressful situation, which Walt is clearly experiencing. Walt breaks down laughing as opposed to crying or panicking, which is totally out of match with the given circumstance. This is a strong sign of emotional dysregulation. Also, Skylar's proxemics change again when Walt displays this response. She exhibits a distancing behaviour and moves back away from Walt. She's gone from fearing for him to fearing him, and her proxemics show this as she starts to back away. She is terrified of Walt's reaction.
Hi, you've reached the White family. Please leave a message.
Skylar? It's happening again. The DEA called. They got some tip from an informant that the cartel, they want to kill Hank. Oh, God. They're sending agents to our house right now to guard us. God! When is this going to end?
Skylar maintains strong eye contact with the phone, and her attention is totally fixated on it. When we're afraid, we try and take in as much information as possible in order to make better judgments. Skylar is fixated on the phone as her subconscious is telling her to prepare as much as possible, and the person speaking is relevant to dealing with the threat. If you're home, for example, and you hear a noise, but you don't know where from, you exhibit the freeze response and stare directly to where the sound came from. You try and absorb as much information as possible and are not distracted in the slightest. This is the behavior Skylar is exhibiting here.
Marie, I'm here. I'm here. Tell me exactly what happened.
Walt then freezes as he contemplates the situation. I'm not entirely sure if this is part of the fight, flight, freeze response, or if he's still exhibiting emotional dysregulation. However, he's clearly in shock. His reaction to the given situation went from a controlled response, asking where the money went, to total chaos and breakdown. This scene has insane acting in it, and it was very interesting to see some new body language cues that I haven't seen in TV or films before. It was really cool to see them portray emotional dysregulation, and I think Walt demonstrates it super convincingly. Acting was again brilliant, and I would say that nothing was out of place here. They were quite ambitious going for such a strange response, but from a psychological perspective and a body language perspective, it's very accurate. Significant emotional stress can cause a completely insane reaction. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content, and also check out my Patreon if you'd like to support the channel further. Thanks for watching.